Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Justy Dodge.
Justy Dodge. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. This is the show right before I go to Charlotte, getting
I was just gonna
laid.
say to have sex. Yeah.
Yes.
Good for
Couldn't be
you.
more excited. How you doing over there? How are you? What are you doing for the holidays?
I got a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a Christmas tree in years.
You're uh, People think I'm not me, but people think you're kind of a hard on and not celebratory, and you're better than fun things. But you
I
get
I am
into the
better than fun.
spirit.
I'm way better than fun things, and I am a Grinch, and I fucking don't like Christmas, and I would love to burn down the Rockefeller tree. I fantasize about that.
Too much happiness.
No, I used to work at a uh, Irish pub over. It's just fucking chaos. Like I
The
just it's
area,
not a yeah, and don't kill a tree just to fucking put it that's mean. See? Goes
right?
against everything you just said that people might think.
So what do you have for a tree? A fake tree?
Oh,
A real
yeah.
tree?
No, it's a real
A
one.
real one.
It's a little one. It's just a baby. Its name is Seamus.
Okay. Was it alive?
I think it's still alive.
Okay. Where'd you get it?
I don't know, some like little shop.
Okay.
Just like walking by, like I live in Brooklyn and they've got them out there. They're like, ah,
But
come
you're
by.
excited and you haven't done this before.
I haven't. I am excited. I'm losing my excitement as I'm getting excited talking about it.
Right. It's just a tree, but do you
No,
not
yeah,
you don't normally celebrate like that? Is that true?
yes,
Is
but now my boyfriend's getting a little too excited too.
He's liking Christmas too much? You're like, I'll let you.
Yeah, it started with like last year we didn't do shit. This year we got the tree, and now he's like, we have to get presents for each other, and I'm like, no, we don't. And he's like, I don't. We have to go look at lights, and I'm like, let's fucking tone it down a little bit, shall we?
How long have you guys been together? Remind me.
Well, 2 years, and you remember we broke up for like 3 weeks
He
last
he
year around
he,
this time.
he broke up with you on Valentine's
Valentine's Day.
Day, said it's over.
Yeah,
Somehow he groveled and got you back.
he
I
did.
was wondering how that's not a nerve, like so all of a
That's,
sudden
I
you can just
think,
leave me, but you're good now?
yeah, we are good. It is still like, I think we did get into like a little bit of a thing last night because I do get, a little triggered obviously around
Of
this time
course.
because I'm like, okay, and he's done nothing to like make me think that we're actually, I think, a lot better ever since that happened. Not to say that was fun, but
Can I say can I ask how did you guys make peace with that? Obviously he has to be on his best behavior, but for somebody to go, it's over out of
yeah,
nowhere and then
yeah.
not be nervous about that later, that's a
Well,
lot.
like there was a like when we got back together, like I wasn't going to initially. He was like, I fucked up, I made a mistake. I also had a part to play in it. Like there was reasons we just did we hadn't. Excuse me. I'm still warming up.
Sure. Good morning.
Yeah. What happened was the communication was lacking, I think, in general. He didn't express to me like what his actual concerns were, which were valid, but then that's what he should have done instead of just like holding it all in, festering
What's
and
a
being like,
concern? That part
I
of it's
was
your fault. What?
no, it's not even fault wise. I think I wasn't being good, like a good partner to him or myself. Like I was in a depression, I think, for a few months, and I was, kind of just laying in bed. I think he was also terrified because when we first started dating, it hasn't happened in over a year, but like, I have the self-harm stuff, and that
Right.
had happened a couple times, and I think that kind of got to him. Like, I'm scared to talk to her about certain things because she might hurt herself, and that became like we have to be able to openly communicate about that. You can't feel that way. I'm not going to do that, but you can't feel that way, and if I've made you, we have to fucking go through that because like that can't be an issue of like, oh, I have to walk on eggshells because you might do something to yourself.
When you self-harm, would you hide it from him or do you make it clear like you made me do that again?
Oh, I would never say, shut up. I would never go,
I
you
don't
made
know.
me do that. That's
But how
insane.
do you know? Like, how do you know?
I would never say that, but I think it did. Again, it's gotten a lot better. We've talked about it through the years every time I've done the podcast, I
Right.
think. Um, and I mean, it's happened less and less. Like, I have a slip sometimes every year. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. It happens. But yeah, I would tell him afterwards, or it was pretty
Okay.
obvious because we do share an apartment and, a bed.
But like, is there blood or
Yeah, there'll be like, I mean, I haven't done it for a very long time, over a
Right.
year. But yeah, of course, excuse me. If you cut, obviously, I'm not an amateur. There's gonna be blood.
Right. Well, it's got to be deeper and deeper, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you've seen my scars. It's not
Do you
they're
ever
not like paper
scratch
cuts.
yourself like just moving something? You scratch yourself by accident and you're like, well, I wasted that one. I wasn't even hearing
No, I've never.
voices.
No, I'm being insulted if that's like.
Okay.
I did have to used to justify paper cuts, and I'd be like, "You fucking think I did that? I'm so much better than that little mark. Like, come now."
You ever like trip, you bruise yourself, and your boyfriend's like, "Oh, you okay? Okay, please.
I
Just
feel
made me
great. No,
feel."
every time I talk to my mom, I like fucking go into a wall. No.
So makes it up. He goes, "Hey, I'm so sorry." You say, "Hey, I should have not been just a roommate. I'll be more present too." And now
Yeah, there was a
nobody's
bunch of
nervous.
stuff. There was a no, I still get like that, especially now again, as it's kind of coming up toward that time.
A
But like
holiday time or like
just
it's
because it's
been a
close to
year.
February, yeah, it's like
Okay.
I get triggered anytime now where I'm like, it's gonna happen again. And
Right.
no, we talk about. I mean, I'm also in therapy again too, which I needed to be. Like I hadn't been. That was another big thing with
What
Dr. Dan,
what's the latest thing you talked to Dr. Dan about?
the dog that I found.
Okay. You rescued a dog and
Well, yeah, me and this other woman and her daughter, and we found this dog, and I hope the person who threw her out dies a horrible, horrible, painful, quick death.
people are such assholes.
They
The
are.
when and I want to get back to the dog. When
Sorry.
you say about gifts, do you guys not do gifts in
I don't
general?
I don't like doing gifts with anybody on a holiday or like I think it's like if I see something that reminds me of you at any
Right.
point in the year, July, I'll get it.
Do
But
you do
like,
that? Like a lot of people,
yeah,
guys especially, are like, "Oh, Valentine's Day. If I'll tell you every day I love you instead of giving you," and it's like, but they don't do that.
no, I mean I just yeah, I really do. If I see something that really and I have money, I will get like something or I'll make someone something. I don't like
Right.
the pressure of being like, well, it's Christmas. Fuck it. Here's my list. It's like just no, that's dumb and
Well, not a
it's
list. That's not
but
thoughtful. But
also though, but that's the thing is like my boyfriend's the kind of person too. He's so fucking hard to buy for because anything he wants, he goes and gets it. And like
right.
so it's like unless I don't know. I whatever. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking
So
hate
what do you
it.
so what are you guys doing? Are you gonna do it or you said
Yeah,
no?
I already gave him a
You already did it? It's the fucking
Yeah,
20th.
I know. That's my other problem. I have no patience. Like I went and got stuff and I'm like, open it now. And he's like, what?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Where are they? He's 10. So like Pokemon things like these.
Okay. And what did he get you? Was it personal?
I didn't get mine yet. I
Uh,
think he's
uh,
gonna get me a ring, a cock ring, he said.
so a cock ring. You think, honest to God, he might give you an engagement ring? Is that true?
Yeah, I do. I mean a promise ring. Yeah.
A promise ring or an engagement ring?
I don't know which one.
Are
I don't
you
know.
are you excited, nervous? Will you be upset if it's not an
No,
engagement
it'll
ring?
be like my fifth one, but I mean, it'll
Sure,
be
you collect them,
I
but
do collect them. Yeah, this time it will actually be a little bit different, I think, because normally I get them just thrown and I'm like, fine, I can't say no. This time I think I'd be a little more like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm happy.
people are trying to wife you up fast, right?
They do.
What do you think it is? Because I don't see it.
I know, I don't either. It's not my personality. I have to be good in bed. And that sounds so egotistical. It
There's gotta
has
be
to be
something.
that. It has to be. It's not this like, oh, you're a fucking
Right.
crazy cutter person who like no one's like, I want that. I want that in my life.
If he gets you like a cute ring, let's say it's under $50, will that be, is that hurtful?
No, again, I've had enough diamond rings and I don't
I know,
obviously
but at the same time,
I mean, I don't want it to break. I don't want it out of like a fucking quarter machine. That's
right?
crazy.
Does he know your ring size? Do you know if he knows?
No, that's how I think I know he's getting me. Because I was like, what are you getting me? And he's like, a cock ring. And I was like, sick, but we already have one. So he goes,
Right.
the problem is I don't know my dick size. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, is this like a metaphor for
Do you say like not that it's important you're asking me, but four. Anyway, good night.
No, but like also he knows where my fucking other rings are. He can go look at them.
Okay.
They're all
All
in
right.
he's got one in there too. He's also divorced. We have like a pile of rings.
Sure. You
We
need
could
a
just
new one,
open
but
up
okay, I
we
see.
could open up a used ring shop.
This is making me nervous
Why?
for you
Why?
because it could be an engagement ring. It might not be. You're not on pins and needles. You're like whatever.
No, not at all. I mean, no, because it's like if I get one, that's great. If I don't, I'm
And
not
if I
gonna be like,
don't, fantastic.
yeah, I don't give a shit. What's that? That doesn't. Any woman who's like my wedding date, all that, like, stop it. It's not. You're probably gonna get divorced first of all. You
Okay,
need
but
at
if my
least one.
girlfriend said, "You wait in fucking 5, 6 days, the shit I got for you is gonna explain our love to a take it
Well,
to a whole new
yeah,
level."
that's. Well, I'd also break up with someone who said that. That's crazy. That's a
Okay.
weird thing to say to someone.
Okay, okay, but so is cockring, but you know what it really is, honey. Wink. Anyway, good night.
Why is this out? Why is it in bed? Why do you keep saying goodnight? Like you think like
Okay, and I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Whatever time of the day. It's exciting.
it's an
I'm nervous.
yeah, well,
I'm
I'll tell
excited and I'm nervous.
imagine it's like it's gonna be something just terrible. Like it's not gonna be anything even
It
remotely.
is a cockring.
Yeah. But we have one. This is the dumbest present ever. We barely
Uh,
use that.
KeithAndTheGirl.com/Justy Dodge. Go there, see all the times Justy was on. She's been, of course, on My Name is Keith when me and the guests would get slam basted and talk about life. She was on a two-parter. My name is Keith, numbers 18 and 19. KeithAndTheGirl.com/VIP. It's called The Justification. She's been on many marathons, of course. She's been on What's My Name? Canada's interview show number 58. It's called Cutting. Uh, does anybody ask you now, like, hey, I have a kid, they're going through fucking self-harm.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Actually, like I have a good friend now. His name's Jim. He's like a second dad to me. He
Okay.
reached out to me probably 12 years ago because of a I might have been the podcast I did with Hemda.
Okay.
Um like about because his daughter was cutting and now like me and my boyfriend go up and stay with him in the Poconos. We watch his dogs. Last week, a couple weeks ago, I have a close friend who reached out because his younger sister who's 12 started cutting herself and like
Mm.
you know, we had a long talk and
And you were how
it's
old when you started? Same age?
11. Yeah,
Okay.
around there. I mean, I even talked to his mom. Like he asked if I would talk to her and it's like I don't know if I hope I'm helping. I don't know what I can do other than talk to people about it or try to tell them, how
Mm.
my experience was, but he asked me to talk to his sister this coming week, like she wanted to talk to me, the one who's hurting herself. Which
Right.
of course, like I'm willing to do that, but like I also it is a odd, like, I don't know how I can help for sure. I can explain. I don't want to amplify it. Like,
Did
that
you
makes
talk
sense.
to a kid yet? Did you talk to this kid or
Not
just
her
the
yet. No,
family?
I've talked to the mom and him, which was also crazy because it's like this woman's like a surgical nurse who's my friend's mom, and I've never
Right.
ever fucking met. And she calls me on her break, and I'm like, hey, what's up? So your kids, what's up? They tell me
Right.
all about it, you know? Um, no, he had messaged me, Chris, my friend, messaged me a few days back, and he was like, "The kid wants to talk to you." And I go, first of all, I don't know if that's like what is that? Is it your sister? Can you talk like a person? He does.
Right.
I hate people who like, will text you in like cryptic, weird things. And you're like, you have to explain more. You can't.
Right. Well, they're uncomfortable too, which is where they have to not be if it's going to be something so serious. But
I
that's
think
what I
he's more
think.
comfortable with me because again, I'm very open about it.
Right.
Again, why he reached out, I think he's so confused and he's frustrated, and as I think a lot of adults are when dealing with, their child or a sister or brother or even a significant other that when they don't know what to do in a situation like that.
How do you explain it to parents what happened to you? Do you just say, "Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Life is fucking hard, so I need a distraction."
No, I'm a little bit nicer than that. It's not a distraction either. It's a coping
No?
mechanism.
Okay.
No.
What's the
Uh,
difference?
a coping mechanism and a distraction?
Yeah.
Shut up.
What?
It's a completely different thing. A distraction. I'm on my phone. That's not the same thing as me being like, oh my God, I feel ultimate turmoil and I can't
Well,
take
you're
it.
coping so that you don't think about the other thing. Is that true or not true?
No, I think part not to like not to like zone out. I think it's also like you feel the need to be punished or to escape the emotional. To a degree, I know what you're saying. But it's not the same thing.
Okay.
You can't
Okay.
compare scrolling on the internet to fucking gouging a knife in your body.
I didn't think I did, but all right.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
So what do you say to the parents? Like, hey, here's why I did it.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of took the reins on it. Monique was just like, I'm gonna tell you my whole story. She started just telling me about I think she needed to like just kind of get some of this out too.
This is the
'Cause
mom, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like I think she again with a parent, I think it's very I can't even imagine, but I asked my mom even before I got on the phone with my friend's mom who's dealing with this. I was like, "How did you deal with it with me?" And she's like, "Oh, it's my mom, my sweet Midwestern mullet mom, where she's like, "Oh, I just all you can do is just be there for them and do the best you can and just let them know you're there." And I'm like, "You did a terrible job at that." But I didn't, I was like, "Okay."
You
But
don't
yeah,
tell
then
your
it
mom that you still have instances, or do you?
she's it's not like I call her and I'm like, "Fuck, I cut."
Right.
But, I mean, I think it's pretty I don't see my mom a lot because I don't go to Minnesota a lot because why? But when I do, I think it's hard, I think, for her and my dad to see this because my scarring's pretty apparent, you know that.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think she likes to bring it up. She's not going to be like, "So is that a new one?"
Right.
But she's like, "Ugh, what happened this week?"
If a parent's listening, for example,
Yeah.
what do you say?
I think everyone's kind of different with it. I try to tell the parent like I did with this woman. I was like, this is just so you know, because I could feel she was putting a lot of this on her. I'm like, this is
Of
not your
course.
fault. Like you didn't do this. Like this isn't because of you. There's not a lot like every situation again is different. Like I was really honest in the sense of like so this kid's also been in a couple psych wards and I had two at that point. And I think she was very like, I don't want to put her in a long-term one. I'm like, I think that's where you're at though. Because this kid's also just not even trying to
Hide
stop.
it. I
Yeah,
see.
and not hide it. And like, it's kind of like, to me, I told her too, like, because not that I can diagnose, I'm not a doctor, but it does sound very, borderline personality disorder, like with what she was giving me the examples of. And like, yeah, that's all I can do with a parent is kind of talk to you about it, get your specific like story with it, and get to tell you mine. Like I can't like wave a wand and fix it. Like I can't
What
be like,
what do
here's
you
the magic
think?
here.
What have you thought you'd say to the kid? Just you got to go
I
into
don't
the
even. I
facility.
honestly, I have no idea. Like I don't know. Again, my friend tells me she's very kind of cut off. She doesn't like to talk to people, so I kind of let her kind of go with it, and I'll
Right.
I'll I'll be there, push pull, and I'll give some answers. But like I could also just talk to her about simply nothing. That has to like she just might need somebody to talk to in general.
Is it a good idea if the kid's like, "Oh, I do this and that," and you're like, "Talk to me when you get to erasers."
No, no, I only
Boring.
did that in meetings when I first went. Like, like I was like, your scars don't have tan lines, you amateurs. And like, no, I would never do a kid. That's crazy. No,
What's an eraser? You would do it on your back. How would you do that?
an eraser? No, you could do an eraser. So I'm giving tips now. No, you could use an eraser for like like a pencil eraser.
Oh, is that what you do? I don't know.
I did.
I
I
was picturing
have.
like
Oh,
chalkboard eraser or something. I don't know. I
chalkboard
don't
eraser.
know. I never did this. I
I
don't know.
mean, where there's a will, there's a way. Like I've gone from every extreme to razors, knives, erasers. Fucking, I've given myself two concussions. Like.
Like what, hitting your head into a
Yeah,
wall?
slamming it. Yeah.
Oh
I
boy.
know that sounds so crazy. Like you're looking at me like, "Ugh."
No, I'm just
Again,
taking it
I'm
in.
good.
What
I'm
would I?
medicated. I'm in therapy.
Right.
Like, it's not like it hasn't happened like that again, like in years, but that's how
What?
bad it can get. And it's like an addiction. And then it does amplify and it does get more and more progressive. Like it started off with scratching my arms and then it goes deeper in like any other addiction. Like, you know,
What's the last thing that set you off?
the last thing, probably that breakup,
Okay, sure.
you
Okay.
know,
Does he?
yeah.
And then do you go, "Hey, we have to talk about this," but like, do you have to almost baby the other person? Like, yeah, this is serious shit.
Not
Let's
with
not.
him, not with my boyfriend. My boyfriend's pretty like, aware and used to, you know. I also go to him and I'm like, "Hey, I don't want to cut. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm feeling that." Like I've gotten to that point with him where I can just express it and he's like, "Okay, let's talk. Let's sit or let's do something." You know, just surf the urge, they call it.
What do you do? What are your tools to? I guess
I
the
make
word's not
myself busy. I make
distract.
myself busy. Yeah, that's the distraction.
Okay.
That's where you come in with your I don't scroll. That's fucking gonna make anybody cut themselves, but
Sure.
fucking the internet and social media, sick. Yeah, fucking head in the wall. Um, I do a lot of stuff with my hands. Sometimes I even just color. I know that sounds silly, but you just get
Sure.
busy. You numb your mind out.
Okay.
Get on the phone, take a walk. I walk a lot. I walk 10, 15 miles a day as it is. So like,
Is family a trigger, or is anything happening this
sure,
holiday with family?
I mean, no, it is a trigger, but not like. I'm doing okay. I don't go home for the holidays. That's a rookie
Okay.
mistake. That's a
Uh,
early 20s. That's a fucking who does that? That's
right.
crazy. Yeah, okay. I did that one time in the 18 years I've been in New York once, and I'll never ever again.
I do remember, like, I knew that. everybody gets together for Thanksgiving. And when I first moved to New York, I couldn't afford the first Thanksgiving to go back home, and I got like a 40 and a banquet frozen turkey dinner meal, and I'm like, oh my God, I just broke all the fucking rules. Nothing feels sad about this,
No.
and now that I didn't go, I don't have to go to other
Yeah.
things. It
Yeah, you broke it.
changed
You broke it.
everything.
Yeah.
I broke the seal. Yeah.
No, yeah. I think I was like the year after I moved here, so like 2008. I think I went home for Christmas, and I for one, I'm in northern Minnesota. That's a fucking shit show to begin with.
Right.
Like to get there. And my connecting flight just was canceled. So I'm in like the fucking Detroit airport for 20 something hours. Like I get into fucking Duluth, Minnesota at like 2 a.m. like the following day in a snowstorm, and I'm like, what is why would anyone do this? Why am I here? And then it was just chaos the whole time.
Right. Did
And we
they?
can
I was just gonna say, do your parents ever bring up the cutting? Like, I
They
can
don't bring it
easily.
up. No,
No.
yeah, like for Christmas, they're like, hey,
Right.
how's cutting going? Merry Christmas, miss you.
Are you
No.
like, I'll cover the turkey? No, you won't.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah, you think I'd be good at that kind of thing. I'm not. Like my scars aren't like fucking even at all.
Let me ask you about news in general. The Luigi Mangione.
Oh my God. Okay.
Uh,
Everyone's, yeah, this is a big one.
I just saw now that this guy, everybody wants to do fashion pics with this fucking guy. Anyway, he got extradited to New York City after all. I saw a picture of him with 18 armed police officers around him like he's Hannibal Lecter. I think they want to be in the photo too. Completely unnecessary. What are your thoughts on this guy in general?
I mean, it's a very, nobody's sad about it.
It doesn't seem
Nope,
it.
nobody's mad. That's why I think I also think I do think it's weird with the pictures of him. Like the two they were comparing him, like the backpack's a different color. They're like, this is the same guy. My boyfriend's like, this is a conspiracy.
Right.
Like, and he's not like that. So I'm really enjoying everybody's rants about it. Like, I'm like, I don't. My favorite part about the whole thing, not that I should have a favorite part about
Right.
murder, but was the day that happened, my mom called me and she goes, I just saw on the news, were you anywhere near the Minnesota guy murder? And I go, the what? Like that's what she took from it was like the guy who got killed was from Minnesota. Not the CEO part, not the
Right.
fucking nothing else. She was like the Minnesota man who was killed. And I'm like, are you this is wild that's I was like, which one? Like what? I didn't even put them together then.
Right.
I was
Right.
like, there's another murder? Like, why are we focusing on the fact he's from Minnesota? Because it was the last line in a fucking news article.
I remember this guy, Luigi, before we know his name, he seemed like he was going to get away with it. He seemed like he was so smart. Well, first of all, when you're going to do this, I don't want to say this in hindsight. It might be, he's like, now you tell me, put a fake tattoo on your face, do the shooting, then wipe the tattoo away, then enjoy McDonald's. What the fuck is wrong with people?
I think it's weird that the two pictures, it's not, I don't think I don't know. There's something weird
You
about
think
the
they're fucking
backpack.
with us?
I don't know, man, because those pictures are fucking, it's like he's got a black backpack on one, and then like the one that's supposed to be right, the same time, it's like a completely like tan color. It's not
You're,
like even
are you
like,
thinking like, why didn't he get rid of this 3D printed gun? But maybe it was all planted. Is that what you're saying?
that's the other thing too. Yeah, like who keeps a fucking gun if they just like
It takes
committed
a
one of the
long
most
time to print that out.
That's nuts. I don't care. Like you shot a guy in fucking like the morning in the open. You didn't even
Right.
like try to be sneaky about it. You
I was
you fucking put shit on the bullets. That's
I was getting gifts on Amazon, and then it said books you may like include "Delay, Deny, Defend" by J.M. Feynman. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That also he's like a billionaire too, right?
He's from a millionaire family, yeah.
That's that again. I I don't know. I haven't read. I was so fascinated with him before he got caught. Now I'm bored. Like I was like,
Right.
this is
Well,
crazy.
he doesn't seem like a genius after all. That's
No, and
that's a
yeah,
letdown.
I don't want his. He's got like I don't know. Everyone's like he's so hot. I'm like, I don't
I've
see
seen
that.
better. I've
Yeah, I'm
seen better.
okay. I mean, I have an odd selection for my taste, but it's not that guy.
Right. But it is fun. Again, it is fun that it brought everybody together for a hot minute.
Yeah, you never think a fucking mass shooting will do, or not a mass shooting, but a shooting will do it.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
mass shooting.
Yeah. That's how the
I
world's
can't
fucking
believe
nuts.
it is crazy how long it took to find him.
At least 5 days, right?
Yeah,
It was a long
that's
5 days. Yeah.
nuts. New York, for all its like hype, like, dude, remember that shooting that happened on the subway a few years ago? That was a senior citizen. That guy like unloaded on the Q train and didn't
Hmm.
kill anybody. Also, like shooting is a young man's game, clearly, but like this dude like put a smoke bomb. Nobody died. He unloaded 60 rounds. This is like a 55-year-old man. They couldn't find him for like 3 days.
You ever been on a jury?
No, I got kicked out of jury duty because I had a meltdown.
Go on.
I got a little I got very emotional for this woman who was apparently selling drugs, and I was I wasn't even trying to get out of it. I was just like,
You were selected or during the,
they were doing the interview,
okay.
and I was asked to leave after that because I don't like when people are mean to people, and this woman just looked like I was like, how do you know she's not doing that to like feed her kids? Like you can't. This was like an 8 ball of cocaine. This is the stupidest. Like I just lost it, and I was PMSing too and going through a little bit. This was, and then just after I was asked to leave. I was
Right.
asked to leave with an
What did they
escort.
say? Thank you for your time.
No, they were like, Miss Dodge, you need to calm down. There's something like to the extent of like,
Right.
I need to refrain. And I went off again. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And again, when I panic, it's already started spiraling. It was just gonna go downhill. And then I was
Did you
escorted
try to
out.
stay?
Well,
Like,
because I was like, let me just explain this. I'm like, I'm not trying, and it was just like, okay, thank you, Miss Dodge. You're going to be escorted out now. And I was like,
escorted.
yeah. And the guy just walked with me out. And then come to find out, I didn't even have to go through that because I still had a Minnesota driver's license. I didn't even realize I could have like showed them that and been like, I don't live in New York.
Did you want to be on it?
No one wants to do
Me.
that.
Me.
You and my mom, you guys are fucking insane. My mom that was her, I think, the highlight of her life when she was on a jury.
What'd she get? Do you know?
What
What
do you
was her
mean?
case?
Oh, it was well, she couldn't tell me when it was happening. She was very like, we have rules. She
Okay.
was she was put in a hotel and it was some fucking shooting and we're pretty sure we know what we're gonna do. Like she was so into this. She got a hotel
Right.
room to herself. She was nothing but excited.
I didn't get picked, but I think I was too horny for it. No, I would love that to be
Yeah,
get one of these
you're
good
thirsty. They don't,
cases. Yeah.
dude. They'll be on that. They're like, again, I would do my like the duty of. I don't even pay taxes. I don't want to be on a jury. That's crazy. You can't. Don't put me on the grid. I'm
Then
also bad. I'm gonna side with the bad guy. I'm gonna fucking side with the bad guy.
you should have said that.
No, 'cause you that woman couldn't even speak English. Leave her alone. She sold an 8 ball of cocaine. Who fucking cares? This is insane. We don't have bigger problems.
Here's a big problem. I'm seeing that the Starbucks right now is on strike, at least
What?
in three major cities: L.A., Chicago, and Seattle. Do you partake?
Yeah, every day. I love
Uh-oh.
Starbucks. I don't care. Fuck everybody if you're like, corporate. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. They have good soy lattes and I will buy them to the day I die.
I like that you make up what other people are saying and then get mad at them.
I'm ready. I'm just always ready for these fights.
Forcing the company to improve pay and conditions after months of negotiations that apparently went nowhere. The strike, which the union says will hit more outlets every day until Tuesday. Well, how do you know when you're done? Well, I mean, we don't want to be assholes around Christmas, but we're going to keep it up until Tuesday.
I don't. So they're just closed, all of them in every one of those cities?
Right now, three cities. It
I
sounds
don't know.
like.
I,
I hope,
I, I, yeah, I
I
don't kind
hope
of care.
negotiations are like, all right, Kelvin, we read your complaint. My name's Steve. Melvin? Fuck them.
I mean, why? Why? I don't understand why there's
They
these
don't think
specific
they're getting
cities.
paid enough.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know. My ex-husband actually worked at Starbucks for a
Oh,
while
yeah?
when we were married, and like they give you. I was impressed that they give you fucking health care. Like,
Right. My sister worked at Starbucks and was like a real worker. Like next thing you know, she's cleaning up the place by herself because she believes in the mission statement that everybody should have good coffee. She thought she was like Sarah Starbucks, you know what I mean? And
for
so
sure. I
of
mean,
course
yeah.
people took advantage, but she seemed to like it enough.
But my boyfriend's sister works there now too in Florida, which I can't imagine
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Ask her what's doing.
I mean, I'll get right on it. I didn't know this was a
Thank you.
problem.
Oh, it seems it's gonna be a big fucking problem until Tuesday.
Yeah, until Tuesday, then we're fine.
Until they get their holiday bonus, I guess. I don't know. Mhm.
I don't know. I love Starbucks.
Are you gonna have a big or small wedding?
I'm not having another wedding.
Okay, but there's gonna be a ring, so there might be. So
Courthouse all the way.
okay.
Who's you're divorced? Like you don't do two weddings. That's psychotic. The
Hmm.
first one was enough. You're gonna have to. Are you gonna do another one? Of
I don't have to do anything. I'm a grown adult. I'm not opposed to it though.
course not. You fucking want to do jury duty. Of course you want to have a wedding again. You fucking psycho. Who the fuck wants to do these things?
Was your first wedding big, small,
It was
courthouse?
yeah, it was big. It was actually great. I loved my first wedding. Like, it
Okay.
sounds yeah, it was in Staten Island. That wasn't the fun part, but yeah, there was like 300 people there.
And because that didn't work out, is marriage a joke? Is the point
No, I
of
don't think marriage is a joke. I just, I mean, I don't think you should get married before 30. Anyone,
right? But now you're older, so why not again?
I gotta do it again. I should probably do it a few times, like keep fucking notching the belt, like getting really good at it.
How many times were you married?
Just once,
Okay.
but I've been engaged a few.
Okay. Who usually breaks off those engagements?
Well, me, so I mean, there's been no, I broke them all off, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. I'm like, I give the rings back when that happens, though.
That's sweet.
Yeah, well, unless you cheat on me or you fucking, you
Sure.
know, I'll keep the, but also, yeah, I'm not a monster.
What's the pattern? Like, do you find yourself going, I shouldn't have said yes so fast. I didn't want to let you down, but now that I think about it,
I mean,
we're
the
not.
first guy asked me in front of people, which I thought was a real fucking dick move.
That's a move.
That's a move because you can't, that you're mean then. I mean,
Yes, agreed.
and I have a hard time saying, well, I used to have a hard time saying no a lot more.
Where's in front of people? Family,
Like
baseball
no, he
game?
pushed me like we were walking. I kind of
He
had the
pushed
hunch
me.
about him, and he pushed me like into a bar at like 9 in the morning. And there's all these comics because that's when,
Oh no.
and I was like, fuck. And the best part with that too is like I was like I thought I had to get emotional. So I was like, ah. And because I'm like 20, like 21 at this
All
point, and
right.
this dude's like 15 years older than me too. I'm like, ah. And the bartender like looked at like the wrong, she thought he hit me. Like, because I went, ah. So she
Oh,
like
your
yeah.
excitement, right?
She like yelled across. It was like, "What did he do to you?" And I'm like, "No, it's
About
fine. He
sure.
loves me." I didn't even like. I wasn't even like, "He didn't hit me." I was like, "He loves me. It's fine." Like I justified
Right.
that. It was funny.
If somebody proposes to you, should they be on one knee? Is
Fuck
that
no,
corny?
dude. It is that is corny.
Okay.
Were you on one knee when you proposed?
Um,
90% I would say
yeah,
yes. Yeah, of course you were.
I think I was. I yes, and not only was so I made the person I was dating this meal that she liked, and then like I think I got on a knee and she's picking at trying to open up the dressing, and I'm like, can you look this fucking way?
That would happen to you. Oh, I wish you could have recorded that. Fucking ranch won't open. Hidden Valley sucks. And you're like,
But
eh.
yeah, I don't mind a knee bend though.
I don't want to. At the knee bend again. I'm also like not a big fan of like the holiday kind of proposal thing too, or see this time this is different. I've never celebrated Valentine's Day this year. You better fucking panty drop makeup for that last year
Sure,
bullshit. So
sure.
I can't. Every major holiday I get panicked. I think by.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, is it the first one that happened after that? I'm like, so we breaking up again during Easter or what's? And he's like, stop it, that's not happening.
Well, how do you think somebody should propose to you? Handshake?
Handshake? No, high five. No, I don't know. Everyone's different with
Email?
it. I love when people put it in the food and then the person chokes on it. That's a fun one.
Sure, sure.
I think um I think it's terrible when people do it like though, like the tree, the fucking horrible tree in
Oh, going to Rockefeller Center and
yeah, and doing
proposing.
shit like that and
Right.
making a big scene. Like I'm a narcissist like anybody else, but that shit's fucking oh, I just every time I'm like, say no, say no, say no.
In front of people is
It's
is
just
weird.
weird.
Even if you know the person most likely is. First of all, when I proposed, I knew the answer would be yes, but it's still nerve-wracking.
Sure.
So, for whatever reason. So, to do it in public is a deliberate asshole move, I think.
It's too bold. Like everybody
Yeah.
should have to say no if you do that in front of people.
Right.
If you
The, I,
propose.
the videos are fun though when the guy goes on a knee, the woman's ready to lose her shit, and he goes, "Oh, I was just tying my shoe." Anyway, I do enjoy those.
You know,
Yeah. Tell me about this dog. That's
Yeah,
breaking your heart.
we have to save this. I was taking a walk with my friend Chris, who I was talking to about his sister, and over here in Kensington, and we were walking. I just kind of like looked back. There was a woman and her daughter, and they looked confused, and this dog just didn't have a leash. And I stopped and I go, "Is that your dog?" And they were like, "No." And I know people are hesitant with stray dogs, but I went down because it's little, and
Right.
this thing just right up into my arms, like cut on the nose, bone thin, and a big tumor.
You think the
So
dog cut itself?
no, I think that she could have cut the tumor off, but that's
I,
the dog didn't cut itself on her. I
I don't
hate you.
know. Okay. I don't
I
know what
don't
they do.
know,
I
because
don't know.
dogs can use razors. No, on the nose. No,
Okay.
there's a big tumor. So I just assumed some piece of shit like didn't know what to do and threw this
Right.
dog out because it was like whatever. So I take the dog to this animal shelter near here. Sean Casey, they wouldn't take her because they were full. There's a couple signs too for missing dogs in my area, which is heartbreaking, but we went and looked at those. The woman actually and her daughter came back because I was like, I'm not gonna throw the dog back out because the shelter won't take her. Um, but my friend Chris was like, I'll fucking take her then. Like, we're not gonna leave this dog. But this woman and her
Hmm.
daughter came back, and there's a bit of a there was a language barrier.
Did
But
they
she
know
was
the
like,
dog, or they happened
no,
to be
they had no
walking with
idea
the?
either. Like,
Okay.
I picked it up. We walked to like look at these signs they came with.
Okay.
Then we kind of like we parted ways, me, this woman and her daughter. I went to the shelter, but as I was coming out of the shelter, the woman and her daughter came back to check on the dog. And like she's like, we'll take it. So I walked with them to bring the dog back to their apartment. And her husband was there. So me and him started talking. Where I didn't know, I didn't realize it was her husband. I just thought some dude was like waiting for her on the street, being like, "Oh, I love dogs. Oh, this one changed
Right.
my life." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And it was like, I'm like, "Oh, you're coming with us into the apartment. You're the husband. Cool, got it."
But why in the apartment? For they had food or something?
Well, because they were just gonna take it because it's like the
Oh, they
shelter
were go.
won't take it.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry if I wasn't clear. But I also was like, I'm not gonna just give this dog not
Right.
these like I don't know. I mean, they're great. They're absolutely wonderful people. You could tell like they loved like we've kept in touch. Like the woman started a GoFundMe because the dog they took it to the vet. They paid out of pocket for that. Um, she's got cancer obviously because again this tumor's fucking massive and it's a little dog. But it's like a $3,000 surgery. I think we're up to 1,500 because I'm just blasting this every single day on my social media and
Okay.
everybody like I'm like you fucking help with this dog. I need it to survive because it's so sweet and these people have just like taken it now. Like they tried to bring it to another, nowhere would
Mm.
take her. I think her daughter they can't get rid of it now. They've had it for a month. And the daughter's like 9 and loves it. Like she's sending me updates and pictures of her and the daughter and the dog sleeping together and stuff.
How do you? And I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. How do you know? Like, so this dog you had a
Yeah.
connection with. How isn't this going to be your new thing in life? Where like, here's another dog I need to
It
raise.
would be like I get to um animals are my like I love them so much, but it does become a problem. Like I can't volunteer myself at a shelter because I will take every single animal home. But like
Right.
I have a
You
box set like
pretend you killed them, and and
yeah,
then
I'm
but
like
you
I don't
just
know what
hide them.
happened. No, but like that's the shit that keeps me up like literally keeps me up at night. Like people like
Okay.
I'm not like for child abuse, but sometimes I'm like maybe the kid had it coming. Like the animal can do nothing but like be adorable and like
Okay.
I'm not saying hit your kid, it's not okay, but
Sure.
like
Right.
an animal to me like people who hurt animals should be sodomized and like just killed. Like you're people suck. Animals don't, and I just can't. Whoever hurts them. Now I'm all like frazzled. I'm like, oh,
Animal. Yeah, it's called feelings. Animals make you cry, right?
all the time. Oh my God. Yeah. Like my Brian, my boyfriend came in my room on Sunday and I'm bawling. He goes, you watch another sad animal video? You got to stop doing that. Like he just knew like that was
Right.
why.
Homeward Bound.
No, that's not even that sad. They all make it.
All right. What's the
But
dog's name?
they named her Nutilla, which is fine. It was the daughter named her. But like they
Nutella,
Nutilla, like the
the chocolate, but pronounced
spread.
wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But like they like this GoFundMe again. I'm glad she sent it to me because I blasted it and I've like been guilting people to literally help. And we're at like $1,500 and it needs to get to 3,000. I think we can do it. But
You have a picture, right?
yeah,
Obviously, it's got to be
I
cute.
have a link. It's I sent you it even like it tells the whole story. It shows the dog's tumor. Like she sent me because I text with her a lot. and I asked for updates, and she sent me the cutest picture of the dog's bigger now too because it's obviously being fed, and like she's totally like a normal dog aside from this massive tumor.
Do you
Like
have
she's
video of the dog doing cute shit?
I don't have a video of it, but she sends me a lot of cute pictures.
All right.
Like the dog is so sweet. It was like the sweetest thing that was just like fucking someone just literally threw me away
Right. You
because
got to
like
show like a trick or something.
I got
Yeah.
yeah, in order to get people to help.
Yeah. Like throw a ball like a distance and the dog catches it. Like anything. Simple. Simple shit.
Anything. She,
Yeah.
she even said too, like the dog's like now the dog can jump on the couch. It couldn't do that when they first because she was so weak and so malnourished. Like,
Right.
just don't hurt animals.
Would you get yourself a dog?
I would get myself, dude. Would I?
Huh?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Why
I'll
not?
get more cats probably though.
How many cats do you have?
None right now because
Okay.
we can't have them in this apartment. It's gonna be a real
Oh,
problem when we move in September.
okay. Where are
You
you
know,
moving?
my huh?
Where are you moving?
It's somewhere in the area.
Oh, okay.
I want, yeah, our apartment keeps going up in rent. It's a basement.
Right.
No, my boyfriend knows too. Like, there will be days he comes home and there's gonna be another fucking stray animal. I already feed all the cats outside, that stray ones there. I made a cat box last night because it's getting cold so they can
Right.
go into it.
What do you like most about cats? They don't give you the time of day?
They will. You have to earn it. You have to earn
Okay.
that shit. Like I feel like I'm like a cat. Like you gotta,
Right.
they're always
Uh-huh.
on the defense, and then you gotta earn their love.
Okay.
They don't just give that shit away. Like a dog's
Right.
like, "Ooh, you feed me. What's up? I'll lick any part of you."
When
Cats are like,
the when a cat scratches you, are you like, nice? I didn't even
"No,
have to
it's
do
not
that.
that."
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe a tiger. That-
Would you get a baby tiger? You ever see that?
Fuck
Like,
yeah. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yes, I watched those too. Yeah. That's why the fucking sad ones creep into my algorithm because I'm like fucking literally my algorithm is um all cute cat things. But then like the sneaky ones of like, oh, abandoned animal, but like that abandoned mansions and like 9/11 shit. That's my algorithm is just
Okay.
weird shit pops in there then.
Do you guys celebrate New Year's? Are you gonna go somewhere? Is that corny too?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Who ew.
Who does it? I don't know. It seems to be
It's New
catching
York.
on.
Like I stay the fuck out of the city. Like it's the worst. The absolute worst day to be in New York City.
Right. Okay. Well, here we go. I'm telling you, I'm a little nervous about this ring. I'm excited about it, and I want you to keep me updated
I know. I
because
will.
this,
I talk to you all the time. Don't act like we
yeah,
don't.
we do.
Me
And
and Keith
I'm
are like we late night. Keith's really high, and me being like, "Huh?" the whole time. Him just going on rants that I have no idea what he's talking about.
that's a connection. A
I
woman
know.
in China resigned from her job after only one of the 70 colleagues she had invited to her wedding attended. So she invited everybody she worked with to her wedding. Only one person showed up. I blame her.
Yeah, that's dude. When you're the fucking main source of like, she must be a huge bitch.
She had been with the company for 5 years,
Yeah, she sucks.
decided to invite all her coworkers to avoid making anyone feel excluded. She probably made that up after the fact. Like, I didn't want to hurt them. Like, okay. However, the low turnout left her feeling embarrassed and humiliated in front of her family and friends, especially since she reserved 6 tables for her colleagues. Now, I don't know how they do weddings in China, but over
Six
here you
table
over here you know if people are coming or not.
for 70 people, 6 tables. That's also kind of how are you squeezing
I've
everybody into that?
I've seen their subways. In response, she tendered her resignation shortly after the event. You have to, right? You
I
have
mean,
to leave. Or just say everybody went. Actually, you
or
want to get rid of the one person that showed up. You have to kill them
yeah,
and
they're
just
gonna
be
really blow
like,
up your
oh,
shit.
can't believe you missed the party. Everybody was there.
I mean, so 70 people didn't show up, so 71. That's, I mean, there's no other explanation other than she fucking sucks as a
Yeah.
human. Who's not like, it wasn't a destination wedding. Like, that's weird.
I remember reading some story. It happened to be like at a bank or, like the building that we can't go into. Anyway, she died like over the holidays, whatever the holiday was. And nobody noticed till like 4 days later that she was
Like
dead at her
someone who
desk.
was working. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
she was dead at her desk. Like, you can't be loved. You
At her desk. That's a
at
little
her
like, what the
desk.
fuck?
So people just
Who's
passed him. I'm like, take care, Margaret.
also 4 days? You start to smell like that's weird. There's something very off about that. Yeah, and also who's sleeping at their desk and getting away with that? Like, what kind of job can you do that at?
I want it. What's available? That's the thing. Yeah.
Bored. I don't know.
So here's what you want to do. You follow Justy Dodge online. You find out about this dog. You save the fucking dog's life. That's going to
Oh my
keep
God.
Justy going for a good 2, 3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do what you can. What's the social media? What do they need to know?
About mine?
Mine.
The dog.
The dogs.
I didn't know. Justy Dodge. Everything's Justy Dodge.
Okay. All right. There you go. And
Yeah.
and we're gonna find out, will she get a ring? It's not a big deal. She just have you dreamt about it yet? Like, did you have a dream about the ring?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean? This isn't my first one. This isn't my first fucking one. Why would I be like, oh, I can't wait?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Me and the audience are more excited than you are about this
That's
ring.
great. You should.
All right. Okay. All right.
Why you get so mad when I'm not at your level of emotional peak with anything.
Well, no, I understand. I'm more romantic and more caring and
That
more.
I disagree with 100%. You're a
There's
maniac.
there's no fucking way you're more
You're
romantic
leaving
than
the
me.
state to have sex. You're crazy. Don't act like
Yeah,
you're more romantic for that.
that's romantic.
I won't change a borough. I don't know how you're fucking taking a plane.
It's called romance.
That's not, I don't know. I think it's
We do things too, but we also do romance. Very excited. Oh, you know what?
tell me.
Actually, so it'll be about 6 days total that I'm there this month. And about 4 of those, I'm gonna be with her daughter also, 8 year
You
old daughter.
have you
Very
been with the
excited.
daughter before? You said you met her.
I met her, but not
See,
really
this will be
hanging out.
actually spending time.
This is spending full days. Yes,
Oh, I can't. I want to report on that.
I'd be great. I'm fucking great. Kids love me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh yeah. I don't know why you're surprised. Yeah. Yeah.
Kids love me too.
Eh,
That's not, no, fuck off. I
they've
actually am
been
great with them.
talking. You think kids love you more than they love me? This is the
one why
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
no, no, I swear to God, you know what it is? 'Cause I talk to them like they're adults. I think I'm short, so they think I'm one of them. Like they're like, oh, what's
Um,
up? There's a weird,
I didn't
I'm
know you
telling you, they
get
fucking
the
love me.
blessing of being short. Okay, that's fair. I do scare them. They're like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this
Yeah,
Frankenstein?
you're a
Yeah.
dude, you're a grown man, like, and I'm just like this, like, and I dress like a child, like, come on.
The first time I met the daughter, we didn't have much time to talk. But when I left the car saying goodbye, she goes, "Love ya." Beat that.
That's a little
Beat that,
fast.
Justy.
That's a
Yeah, because
little
I'm
fast.
fucking amazing.
Uh, I mean, I got stuff all in my living room that my friends' kids have made me. Like they trust me.
Mm,
I'm Auntie Justy to everybody. So
okay. I don't know. I can't
beat that
picture
because
it.
a kid said they love you. I could fucking wipe the floor with that. I have so many kids tell me they love me. This is a weird competition now. Kids love me more.
There's
We're
no
gonna get we're
fuck.
gonna get we're gonna get flagged. Something.
All right. All right. Anyway, we'll have fun with our respective kids. Justy Dodge, it's good seeing you. Merry Christmas if you
You
say that
too.
to you, and happy holidays and happy New Year. And this guy better not fucking blow it.
We'll see. I hope you don't
Okay.
blow it with the kid.
What? Of course not. You know, oh, the gifts I got. Oh,
Oh, see, you're buying the love.
yeah. What?
Yeah, see, this is
They
again.
like that. Hey,
Mm,
this just in. Kids like gifts.
mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. All
I mean,
right.
she already loves you. I don't know why you're trying so hard.
Well, you got to keep it going. You know.
All right, it was good to see you. Save the
Good.
dog.
Love you much.
Yep.
KeithandTheGirl.com/VIP and KeithandTheGirl.com/awards. Check out those 2 links, and we'll talk to you soon.